Another threat to Israel was the presence of the PLO in Lebanon. There, the Palestinians had created a state within a state and amassed a formidable arsenal of sophisticated weapons. Their target was northern Israel. The PLO lashed out at Israeli towns with Katyusha rockets. Prime Minister Menachem Begin and his Defense Minister Ariel Sharon became convinced that only a full-scale invasion of Lebanon could eradicate the PLO threat. June 3, 1982, Israel's ambassador to Britain, Shlomo Argov, was gunned down by Palestinian terrorists in London. That was the casus belli. 2 days later, a massive Israeli force rolled across the border into Lebanon. Operation Peace for Galilee, the Lebanon War, had begun. Israel's plan was to destroy the PLO's bases and infrastructure, to force the Syrian army out of Lebanon, and to ensure the installation of a government friendly to Israel. The question was, how far should the Israeli army advance?
The intention was to reach 40 kilometers, and the first government cabinet meeting, one of the members, I think it was Deputy Prime Minister, asked then, what about, is Beirut in the picture? And I gave an answer, Beirut is not in the picture. And Mr. Begin added, if the government will decide to occupy Beirut, the government will discuss that. After 12 hours already, at night, the government received a decision to cross the 40-kilometer line in order to avoid frontal attack on the Syrians.
The massive invasion went well beyond its stated goal of 40 kilometers into Lebanon. As Israeli troops moved into the coastal cities of Tyre and Sidon, they became bogged down in costly urban guerrilla warfare. The military and political goals of the Lebanon War were no longer clear. Frontline Israeli officers and troops were deeply divided over the morality and the aims of the war.
We were sitting in one of the villages at the Bekaa, I don't remember the name now, and we were under attack or some artillery or whatever, and we were fighting. And while fighting, I listened through my headset to the news coming from Jerusalem and reports that Arik Sharon reported to the government that the ceasefire is fully implemented in all the fronts. And I say to myself, what's going on here? Am I a soldier of somebody else? Am I a soldier of somebody else's army?
The war escalated into confrontation with Syria. It ended with the extended siege of Beirut and the evacuation of Yasser Arafat and his PLO forces from the Lebanese capital.
It is a responsibility upon my shoulders to continue with them this very long march, and I promise them that this march will continue till we've been able to establish our independent states, which with its capital, Jerusalem.